Hey there, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to look at the energy of the upcoming week, which is January 12th through the 18th, 2026. So welcome in. This is a collective read. Thanks so much for being here. All right, so I'm going to pull a card from this deck just to get the overall theme or energy of the week, and then I'm going to pull some additional cards. So welcome in. I hope you are all doing well. So this is for January, I almost said December, January 12th through the 18th, right? Yes, 2026. Hold on, I don't have a calendar, so yes, okay. All right, so overall energy this week. And then we'll pull some tarot just to see what else we get. Oh, we have animal totems, animal energy and powers. So pay attention to what is going on around you in nature. So you'll get information, guidance from nature. So pay attention to the animals that you notice, pay attention to the animals that you see in your dreams, and then Google them. There's a message there. I do that a lot, actually. Especially animals that I see in my dreams. All right, let's set this over. We can leave that there, move these over here. Okay, so the first two cards that I pull, I wanted to look at the energy that we are bringing into the week. So the first two cards are going to look at the energy that you are bringing into this week, and then the following, I'm going to pull 5 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And then the following cards are information about the upcoming week, anything else that we need to know. All right, that's a cool card. I love the death card in this deck. It's really nice. All right, that just caught my eye. All right, so what is the energy that you are bringing into this week? These could be thoughts, feelings, beliefs. So 2 cards looking at the energy that you are bringing into the week. And then what else do we need to know? All right. And the reason why I wanted to look at that, I mean, one, the energy that we bring it does shape our week. But at the beginning of this week, there could be some conflicts around your wounding. So there's the potential to take things personal that weren't really meant to be taken personal. So be mindful of that. If you are triggered, especially at the beginning of this week, it's probably your wounding, not necessarily someone else trying to set you off, but it's your own wounding. So take a look at that. Oh, interesting. We have 2 major arcana cards here. So we have the energy of the world. It's a beautiful card. I love the moon behind her. Definitely a high priestess kind of energy here. So we have the desire for an ending, a change. This is a completion. You're ready to move on. So you're bringing in the energy of, I feel there's some excitement here with this card. Anticipation. I'm hearing surrender. So there's some energy here of maybe trying to accept a situation that you don't necessarily want to accept, but a desire for change, a desire for something new. And then we also have the card, the Judgment card here as well. And the Judgment card, I mean, this is the card that comes right before the World. So we have the energy of Pluto and Saturn here. Judgment the card of Judgment is also, I mean, Pluto is the planet of rebirth. So again, there's just a strong desire to make a change. So you could find yourself evaluating where you are, taking stock, taking inventory, maybe asking yourself a lot of questions like, what is it that I want? Where do I want to go? There's a lot of things, especially I'm saying this because of the moon here. There's a lot that the way forward isn't clear to you. So that could be bringing in some anxiety as well. So again, these are the energies that you are bringing in. And these are major arcana cards. So for some of you, I mean, this is the universe pulling you in a different direction. And you may not want to move in that direction, but the world is asking you, Source, God, whatever you want to call that, is asking you to move in a new direction, that a change needs to happen. So there could be some resistance here. So these are the energies that you're bringing into this week, or that the universe is bringing in for you. But lots of energies here around rebirth, ending an end of a chapter, beginning of a new chapter. And some of you might be starting a new chapter. You know, maybe this is the first week of whatever change you are experiencing. So let's see what else we have. Seven of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. This week's kind of weird. Just the feel of it. Again, at the beginning of the week, there is possible conflict with your inner wounds, your personal wounds. There's a lot that can be coming up around that. I'm just looking at my notes here. But there's also, and I think some of this could be coming from the wounds, there's also the energy that will help you come up with new plans, that will help you there's an expansive energy that comes in around the middle of the week that can help you come up with a new plan, new ideas. It could be epiphanies coming your way. It could be your guides tapping you on the shoulder. It could be information you're getting from the world around you. But it's kind of like aha moments. Those can come in around the middle of the week. And also over the weekend, there's a strong desire to find freedom. There's a strong desire here for harmony, and the universe astrologically is supporting that later on this week, especially over the weekend. And then Friday, I think it was Friday, that there was a possibility of, let's see, where's Friday? Yeah, so Friday, there is a potential of some tension, again, around old wounds coming up. But I love the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Wands together, even the Page of Wands. But there's, again, just this energy here of needing to find a new way forward, a new path, a new way of doing things. And it's because the way things have been going, you're not feeling supported by it anymore. The Seven of Wands, this can be overcoming adversity, overcoming challenges, but some of these it's like the same things over and over and over again. And there's a desire here to break free. The Queen of Swords. It does feel like there's some tough relationships here. This is a good week, especially around Wednesday, Thursday, kind of midweek is what it feels like to me. And also Saturday could be a good time as well to have conversations if you need to have a tough conversation with someone, but you're really seeking a lot of clarity this week. You're tired of doing the same thing over and over again. There's a lot that is out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. And I also feel like, especially with these two cards, these are the energies that you're bringing in. These are the energies that are surrounding you, the world and the judgment. The universe has been asking you to make a change for a long time. And I do believe that you are sensing that. And I feel like the energy this week is supporting that. And you're probably starting to realize, or this week is going to help you realize what it is that you need to change, whether that's a relationship, it could be a relationship to yourself, overcoming any kind of addictions or anything that is keeping you from truly having freedom. This could be breaking out of a relationship, but you're definitely wanting to expand. You're wanting to have new adventures, especially with this Page of Wands. There's an energy here and a curiosity of wanting more, seeking something different. And I do think you're finding the clarity this week. So you may not know exactly where the path is taking you, but I think you're going to understand the steps that you need to take as you go through this week. I am going to pull some clarifiers, though. It does feel like a lot going on this week. These are some pretty big energies, and I feel like these are big changes that you are making, or need to make, and perhaps have been avoiding making for a while. Let's just go ahead and pull some clarifiers here. We'll pull clarifiers on all of them. Why not? So clarifier on the world. I hope you guys are doing well. All right, the world. Nine of Cups. What I'm hearing is, stop selling yourself short. There's definitely a desire here for greater harmony, emotional satisfaction, a desire for more joy. And this card, the Nine of Cups, clarifying the world, is also letting me know that there is something better for you out there. There is greater joy, greater emotional fulfillment for you. Judgment. What else do we need to know about Judgment? Oftentimes the Judgment card and the Hanged Man card have a very similar energy, and I'm feeling that with with this Judgment card. And the Hanged Man is the energy of surrender. Not giving up, but surrender. So what do we have with the Judgment card? Yeah, see, there's a lot going on. Here's the Seven of Wands again. We've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Empress. So with this Judgment card, there is momentum pushing you forward. So, and I do kind of like that. I feel like many of you are being pushed out of this comfort zone, whatever this energy is that you are in. It's not bad. It's been serving you very well, but it's time to move forward, because again, your emotional needs are not being met anymore. You're not feeling that satisfaction, joy for life, that type of thing. So you do have the momentum pushing you forward, and oftentimes this can be the universe making changes, forcing you to make the change. So you do have the momentum, you do have the drive. Again, wanting to, it feels like the energy of walking up a steep hill, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you're done doing that. You need a break from that. The Queen of Wands, again, the energy suggesting following your bliss, following your pleasures, following your heart. And it's taking action without really, you're not, it can be an impulsive energy. I'm not feeling that, but you're taking action, and you're doing things that you feel are right for you at this time, without having the whole plan. You don't have the whole plan laid out, but you're going to take action anyway to move you in a direction that will bring you greater fulfillment, but also peace, harmony, well-being. That's the motivation that's driving you. That's the energy that the universe is offering you. Let's see what else we need to know about the Seven of Wands this week. The Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. You're definitely being asked to stand in your power, that's for sure, especially with the Queen stepping in here. This is you taking charge of your destiny, not allowing others to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing. You're taking charge of your well-being. So with this, the Seven of Wands, this overcoming adversity, it's also setting boundaries and standing up for yourself as well. This could be regarding work, but it's every day. So to me, this feels like a lifestyle change that the universe is wanting you to make. This is a lifestyle change. The Eight of Pentacles can be about work, but these are things you do every day. These are habits, things you do every day. You're being asked to make a change. So this is going to be something that changes most likely every part of your life. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Communication, clarity. She doesn't mess around. She says things how they are. She's really good at cutting ties and moving forward. Very direct, clear communication. And it's being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which again, it brings me back to the energy, the energy that you are desiring. Independence, freedom, luxury, having your needs met, but there's also a simplicity here and slowing down. This isn't the energy of rushing. So there's a desire here for many of you to enjoy life more, do more of the things that you enjoy. And the universe is saying there's a way of doing that. There's a way of, you can have this, but there's actions that you need to take. And I do feel that, pay attention this week. I would be really surprised if you didn't get information or, it's like the whatever change is coming in, it either has already happened or is going to happen this week, but you're starting to see, you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel yet, but you're seeing how your life needs to change. You're becoming very aware of what is causing you grief and sadness. It becomes very clear this week what needs to change, what area of life, what isn't working for you. So pay close attention to that. The Five of Cups, this can be depression, grief, sadness, but you're being asked to move out of this energy. Page of Wands, this could be a total move. This could be relocating. This could be a new job, a new home. This could also be just needing to take a break, taking a vacation. It does feel like a pretty big week though, energetically. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. When I say behind the scenes, I mean with the universe. Situations, things playing out in a way that it's forcing you to make a change. Whether you want to or not, you're going to be forced to change, to make a change. And it feels like a pretty drastic one too. I just wanted to look at some of the numbers here. The nines are really standing out to me. Yeah, and the energy of 9, and this is kind of what I was talking about. The energy of 9 is the awareness of life, its plans unfolding, and often unfolding in magical ways. And it's an interesting energy because, again, you don't fully see how things are going to play out or how it's all going to work out, but you can feel or sense that there is a big change on the horizon. It's the energy of, it's your destiny. So interesting. I'd love to see what's going on for you guys. I'd love to hear what's going on. The 8, the energy of 8 is really standing out here too. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw another 8. That's a realization. Again, these are like the epiphanies. These are divine inspiration, divine insight coming in this week. So really big week. So blessings on this week. I hope it's a wonderful week, and take great care of yourself. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. Please comment below, and I will talk to you real soon. Take care.